Hi guys, and welcome to part 2 of my lesson from seed to plant. Today we're going to be planting our own seeds. But even before that, after reading this book, I really got to think about what are the different parts of flowers and how does this process really work. Here I have some flowers and you'll notice that each one has a little yellow rim on top. Those are the pollen that are on top of the stamen. Can you see it up close? Let's take one apart and see if we can get to the ovules inside. Okay, so now I've taken this zinnia off here, and I'd really like to see what's on the inside. I have a sharp knife, and I would suggest if you're doing this at home, try it with a parent. I'm going to cut straight in. And down the center of the stem. Let's see what we have here. Oh wow, this is pretty amazing. Let's move this petal out of place. Now on the inside, we can see where the stigma is, right in the center. I'm going to part these stamens on the side, and at the base of this stigma you can see where the ovules are. This is where seeds grow. Whiskers, you better move. Whiskers, my assistant, is here to help. At the top of each of these stamens you can see the pollen that's yellow up at the top. For those of you like me who have allergies, that's the part that bothers us. But this is pretty neat and very similar to what we saw in the book. There are some other flowers around the garden too. Here are some on my lime tree. Notice this one over here is already growing a fruit, that part that's used to protect the seeds of the plant. How cool! Did you know that grasses have seeds too? Take a look at these seeds growing off of my lemongrass. You'll notice that the pods are protecting the seeds and they'll be ready to drop soon. So now we're going to do some planting of our own. For this part of the lesson, you're going to need to gather some materials. Today I'm using peat pots, but you can also use plastic or styrofoam cups if you don't have peat pots available. You'll need to punch some holes in the bottom for drainage. You'll also need some good soil, which will provide nutrients for your plant. And you'll need some seeds. Today we're going to be using pea seeds and radish seeds to just get a little variety. Start by taking your cup or planter and getting a good scoop of soil. Seed packets show how to plant your seeds, and on this package of radishes it says to plant at a depth of 1/2 inch. I estimate my finger to be about 1 inch from this line to the tip. So I'm going to poke this halfway in to the line on my finger, and I think I can fit about 3 radishes in here. Here are my seeds, and I just want to put 1 seed down each of these holes. And then I'm going to give it a good pat so it gets lots of soil contact all the way around. These peas say to plant at a depth of 1 inch. So now I'm going to actually poke my hole as far as the line on my finger. And I'll put 2 in here because these should be a little bit bigger. Get it packed in there well so we have good soil contact. Now all we have to do is water and wait. But if you don't have access to seeds or soil right now, take a look at my kindergarten lesson, part 2 of tops and bottoms. I'll show you a great way to find seeds where you never thought you had any, and a way that you can even get them started without soil. Also, it's really important that you take good data about all of your plant growth. So, on my Canvas site, you'll also find a data table where you can track the growth of your plants. Use a ruler or a non-standard measure like the lines on a piece of paper to track how fast your plants grow. Send all of that information to me on Twitter at Hassan Scilab. Happy planting! See you next time.